Before we jump into the video, guys, shout out to CarolinaBlitz. All right, follow her on X or Twitter if you're not already. She supplied the one-on-one videos today, man. Let's get into this thing. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Panthers advice today, man. We've got a few different things to go over. Whether it's J.C. Horn, an update on him. That's what we're going to start off with. Hunter Renfrow, Legette, Coker. The one-on-ones that happened today that got the fan base kind of taking sides, and I think we're putting way too much emphasis on one-on-ones, and we're going to dive into all that, man. But we're going to start off with Dave Canals giving an update on J.C. Horn. Let's take a listen.
He is still working on the side. Do you
Yes.
anticipate he'll be back, at least for the joint practices?
I hope so, but I was also, told that, if we were playing a game, if we were playing a regular season game, he would be fine to do that. He would be out there at practice kind of taking care of it because we are in preseason mode right now. I think, he had some stitches on his in between his thumb and index finger, and so we just got to make sure that that thing's healing up the right way so that no infections happen or there's no setbacks. It's not worth it, to put him in that situation. So, but I think we have a couple of days to see, if we can bandage that up, because I know JC would love to be out there at the practice.
So essentially, J.C. Horn could obviously play right now, but it's preseason, no reason to risk it. It sounds like they're going to try and get him to go against the Texans, and if they don't, right, and if they don't get J.C. Horn healthy, or they feel like it's not worth it yet, it's preseason week 2, not worth it. What's going to be interesting then is the Texans. The receiving core is a step above, at least a step above Cleveland. So we're going to find out just how much depth we have at the cornerback position and who has the speed, right? That's going to be interesting to see. The joint practice alone and then the preseason game on top of it. The Texans game, all right, preseason, quarters 1 through 4 is going to show a lot of what we have at the cornerback position.
Clarity as far as the center competition?
Yeah, we talked to Austin and we talked to Cade Mays. They both did a great job. Austin Corbett's going to be our starting center. It was really close, I'll be honest. I thought Cade did a fantastic job. I mean, he's going to be all across the line. He's our backup center for now. He also can play guard, so he's a really valuable, really important piece of what we're doing.
Really active out there today. Xavier looked really active back there. You like the way he bounced back from the incident on Friday night?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's got fresh legs. I think he only played, that drive, and so of all the guys, probably the freshest coming out there. And but he bounced back quickly. We had a great conversation afterwards.
Essentially, Dave wraps it up by saying, they talked, like it's like I gotta do better. But with all that being said, I want to jump to the one-on-ones. All right, let's get to the one-on-ones. So as we jump to the one-on-ones right here, all right, this is where we're gonna have some serious talks. First up, you got Corey Thornton right here against T-Mac, if I'm not mistaken. A little snag on the jersey, but also a little overthrown. Okay. Next up is Adam Thielen right here going against Shaw Smith-Way. Now, the ball goes through Thielen's hands, and this is where we have to have a talk. Because if it's Legette, what happens? All right. I think sometimes it gets over critiqued to a point. Now, I've been in that camp of kind of doing that. But I'm not in the camp of saying he's not going to make the team or he's washed, right? When I give my 2 cents, right, take it for what you will, I'm just saying what would make him better. As far as this play right here, right, let's say he drops it. It is what it is. I'm not saying that shouldn't allow him to make the team. Because one-on-ones to me, it's not a true testament of can you play in this offense or not, right? You look at basketball, it used to be that way, right? Where one-on-ones, it didn't mean that you could play in the NBA. You go back to and one, loved watching that with the professor and everybody, right? But it didn't mean you could play. Now it's starting to kind of get that way a little bit. But football, it's not like that, right? So if Legette struggles, I'm not going to put too much stock into it. Yes, I'm going to give my 2 cents. I kind of have to if we're going to talk about him. Just like you guys wanted me to on Bryce Young, Deontay Johnson, the defense in general, right? I can't not give my 2 cents on him. But when I do it, I'm not saying he shouldn't make the team. Legette has the most potential when it's all said and done. Next up is Legette right here, all right? Potentially going on another rant real quick. Stay with me right here, all right? He doesn't bring it down. If I'm being honest with you, right, if I'm going to keep it a buck, I don't expect him to catch this. Well, not that I don't expect him to catch it. If he does, great. If he doesn't, it is what it is. And why do I say that? Because he struggled with these last year. It's going to take time for him to develop into a great all-around receiver, right? The route running is crisp, as you see right there, bang. Okay? But as far as catching it, his biggest weakness, I don't see that being fixed in one offseason. I don't see that happening, right? And I don't know that that's how the Panthers are going to use him a majority of the time. So when I see this rep right here, I'm just not putting that much stock into it, to be honest with you. Let's keep it going, though. All right, next up, I think we got, what, David Moore right here and Bartholomew. All right. David Moore got some moves on the one-on-one. Renfro right here. Woo! This is what you have to like about Trayvon Merrick right here, right? Yes, he gets beat, but, man, he recovers pretty nicely. Let's keep it going right here. Jalen Coker tries to go one-handed. Great stuff by the DB right here. Run that one back real quick. Take a look at this. All right. Look at the DB. The second he sees Jalen look up right here, take a look. Jalen's going to look up. DB looks up. Swats that thing away right there. Honestly, man. Great DB play right there. Then we got T-Mac right here and Corey Thornton. All right. Corey's only going to get better going up against Tataroa every single day, right? Every single day against a big physical receiver like that. And then you got Adam Thielen, right? Missed that first one, but then right here, man. Woo! He's got that sleeper speed, right? He cuts right in front of him. Bang. And then gets on top. And then that catch too. That's not an easy catch to make. So for me to think that Legette's going to do that, I don't I'm going to be honest, I don't see it happening. I don't put too much stock into that, right? With Legette, I expect the crossers, the drags underneath. That's what I expect, right? Then right there, Mike J, he's going to swat it away, as you're going to see. All right, ball's a little underthrown. And Mike J just makes a hell of a play on that ball, to be honest with you. All right, let's keep it going, though. Let's keep it going. I think we have, what, a few more plays left. And then right here, we're back to Moore and Bartholomew once again. I want to be honest, Bartholomew's scaring me a little bit when it comes to man coverage. It just feels like he reacts late. And I've been kind of hyping up Bartholomew, to be honest with you. Man-to-man coverage, though, it scares me a little bit, to be honest. Right? Moore, man, look at that separation he creates. Now he's got to stop and kind of come back for that ball. Ball goes between his hands. Woo! That was rough right there. All right, next up, who do we got? What's this, Renfro again? Trayvon's all over that, man. Look, Trayvon, same thing happened with the first rep that he had with Jimmy Horn. All right, he beat Jimmy Horn. The second rep, Jimmy Horn beat him, but also took, what, 3.5 to 4 seconds, right? And so the first rep, Hunter beat him. And if you look at the second rep right here, look at this. Fool me once, shame on me, right? I think that's how that goes. But, I mean, look at this. He knows exactly what's coming. He's like, okay, you're going to plant right there. I'm ready to break. Yeah. Not going to happen. That's what you have to like about Trayvon Merrick right there. The safety. First rep, okay. You got me. Second rep, no. I'm ready for you, Hunter. I'm ready for you. Now, they get a little physical right there. But I like it, man. I like it. And then we got Coker right here. Let's take a look what happens. I'm not sure what the route was. I mean, maybe that was 5. I don't know. But that throw was late. I mean, when are we going to throw the ball, bro? Take a look right here. Stop. I'm a little bit confused on that one. Let's keep it going, though. Let's keep it going. Right here was what? TJ Luther, I think, is 81. All right, not bad, not bad. Jimmy Horn once again. Woo, woo. Top of the route, this man is dangerous. Look how low he gets, too. To me, it's like, and I don't watch a ton of motorcycle races. I don't think those are what those are called, right? But the guys that ride those bikes, when you see them turn and you see their knee almost touch the track, that's kind of how I picture Horn, right? How low he gets, I mean, it's just nasty. That's how I picture Jimmy Horn right here. I mean, his hand is almost touching the ground right there. Now, obviously, him being a little bit shorter, it helps in size too, but Jimmy Horn is different, man. And then you got Tremaine right here. I don't think I've ever seen anybody try to go one-handed so many times. And I guess not anybody, but so many players tried after T-Mac did it, because you had Coker try it, you had Tremaine try it. I'm pretty sure I saw someone else try it too. Was this Jacoby George or Hudson right here? Ooh, it was Jacoby George. All right. I mean, that wraps it up. Look, more of the story is this right here. Let's go full cam real quick. So as we wrap this thing up, remember what I said before. I'm never going to put too much emphasis on training camp, on the one-on-ones, and so on and so forth, right? Because you're not getting a glimpse of how they're actually going to be used in the offense. yes, I'm going to offer my 2 cents on, oh, what if they did this or try to do this better, etc., right? But to say that someone's not going to make the team because of how one-on-ones went, I can't do that. So that being said, that's going to wrap it up. Panthers Advice is out. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take it easy. Peace.